Here it is, a quick core workout. We'll call it core and teen. So this is a hip bridge, and what you're doing is just alternately lifting one foot off the ground. And you don't even have to come as high as I can. Just a couple of inches is all you need. The bigger focus for you is keeping those hips high. So every once in a while, you'll see me adjust and bring them back up toward the sky. In this case, you want to keep those hips high. So knees to hips to shoulders, straight line. When you start to sag, that's your core getting fatigued. And your core really is everything between your knees and your shoulders. So it may be your bum, or it may be that your engagement through your core in the center and on the sides and your obliques has given up. Exercise 2 is a plank, but we never really want to do a static plank where you're just holding still. So make it lifelike. So in this case, we're going to lift the legs again. The focus is on the lower body movement this time. Now watch, my head to shoulders to hips to heels ideally is in a straight line. So you can see my hips sneak up a little bit. Do you know why? I'm cheating. It's easier. So you can learn from my mistakes. I want you to try to drop those hips down so that they're level. And if for some reason your lower back starts to trigger when you do that, then definitely do lift up until you can. Do it safely. Exercise 3, we're going to go laterally. So of course you've got to watch your shoulders here, but again, we want movement, not a static hold. So this time we're going to the upper body and doing some rotation. Always good to have a little rotation. You'll see I do another one later, but really we're working on lateral work here. So what you're doing is fighting the desire to laterally flex in this case. And we got to do the other side. So again, start that line up here with your elbow a little too close for comfort. When you come up, your alignment is good. So what we should see here is one shoulder over the other over the elbow. And that has to happen, or can only happen, if your elbow feels a little too close before you lift up. You could also be on the knees here if this is a little bit too much the first time you go round. And again, if you have shoulder issues, just leave that one out. Now we've got to do some back extension. What you can't see is my toes are tucked under. Please don't lift them on this one. So you want to dig under with your toes, tuck that pubic bone of your pelvis down, and then you're just going to fly. But what is happening is you're breathing. So this is back extension. Although we're holding it statically, we're working quite a bit because obviously most of us have this. We've got rounding all day long. So what we're doing is fighting gravity here, lifting up, but I tuck my chin in so my neck is protected. And last but not least, we're going to come back over, and I know this to you is going to look like forward flexion. However, notice it really is not. What I've done is come up once. Where we get in trouble with crunches and sit-ups that I tell you never, ever, ever do is when we do them repeatedly. So all I'm doing is a very slight lift, tucking my chin in so my neck's not straining. And then once again, I am doing lateral flexion, reaching down so I can touch my heel with a little motion as I'm doing it. So lots of stabilization going on, a little bit of lateral flexion, and what your body and your core does most of all, every day, all day, is stabilization. So keep that in mind. This is the last one. Let me know in the comments that you've done it, or if you were challenged by anything you couldn't do, let me know that. So I'll design the next one with you in mind.